finally, we got to the component part, which is considered as one of the most important subjects, which enables you to place an element in the building model based on a selected element type, or just adding whatever component or elements you want. In fact, component is a specific expression that we use these components based on the structure of our projects. For instance, an architecture uses the components which are related to the architectural things, or like table, chairs, bed, or for example, a mechanic uses the components like plumbing fixtures, sinks, or pat, or for example, shower, and so on as the installations. Or an electrical engineer would add like the lightings or lighting fixtures as components. So this was component in general. However, in system we got other specific tools for installations like plumbing fixtures, mechanical equipment, or electrical equipment, lighting fixtures, and also light devices here as you can see that are all are related to installations and all are considered as components, but they are different in their categories actually, and we use place a component to call for these elements, but note that we cannot call for doors and windows by components, since here we got the specialized tools for doors and windows that we can use them. Therefore this was about component, so we can use the component for loading the different types of families, pre-created families like lighting fixtures, tables, chairs, and so on, and then use them in the projects. And now for using this, we just need to click on component, and then by default here we got some families in the type selector. As you can see, they are enlisted that we can use them whenever is required by this way. Watch this. As you can see, we got some predefined components that we can select them via type selector. For example, seating, a set of seating or a set of furniture, or we can click on load family, then opening folders like casework and electrical and torch, furniture system, lighting, mass, and also plumbing and site specially equipments and others for loading our desired families. I open furniture here. As you can see, we got beds, seating, tables, TV tables. As you can see, I open seating, then you can find different types of chairs that you can select which one you want and click on open to load it in the project. And note that the loaded components in the project might behave differently, since we got a wide range of elements which are considered as components in Revit. And as you are concerned, some of the families got some simple parameters while others have more complex parameters, and some elements are only created without any provided dimensions and so on that are common. Okay, so the instructed things are just the standards in Revit, not the exceptions actually. So if you have downloaded a family from a website or you are given the family from a person, you may find them different to the components here we got in this lesson. But don't worry about it, since I will tell you the basics about components. And I may note that in some cases you may find some components with different behaviors, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna start here. You see the preview of the component that I just want to load it. And some of the components are host based, workplane based, role based, that I will talk about them later. Here I just want to load a chair. If I press down a space, as you can see, if I press it each time, then we can rotate the component anti-clockwise. Watch this. And if I place the marker of the mouse on other elements like the door, watch this. If I press down a space, then it will be aligned based on the door. Or if we had a slanted wall, then we could have aligned the component with that wall. For example, let me draw a slanted wall here to show this example to you, like this way. After that, I use tangent to draw the arc. Then I select this component, then I hold the cursor of the mouse on the edge of the wall. As you can see, you see the nearest snap. If I press down a space, then it will be aligned with the wall. And if I hold the mouse or cursor of the mouse on the arc edge, you see it is aligned with the, you see, you can rotate it. As you can see, it rotates along the circle by this way. So if you wanted to just align the component with other elements, you can just press down space and then align them, then place the components by this way. Or in the building, watch this, I add them parallel with the wall, or I can load a sofa, other components, space, then I place it there, again load, then I get back, I open the tables, then here I can check and select different tables and then place them here. And if you had different types of the selected table in the type selector, you can add them. Again, I load others, the dining table, round table. Watch this. I place it. So, you are free to load whatever you want, as you can see. I can open the 3D view, then I select these curtain walls, storefront, and then I want to change their types to this type basic wall. Then I get back to this part, and then I can use load. Let me see, I open casework, base cabinets. Watch this. We can add and put this on the base, run the level. Watch this, we can use them in the projects. I adjust the position. Watch this. And also we can use wall cabinets as well. They are host based and or wall based, and we're allowed to add them only on the walls, as you can see. And the height is 1400 by default, that I can click on this to add the wall cabinets like this way. And if I open the 3D view, I hold down shift to rotate the view. Watch this, here we got the base and the wall cabinets, as you can see.